out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We're in a boom. It's a consumer spending boom, manufacturing, services, leisure and hospitality, business investments in new plants and equipment, technology, trucking. It's a boom. Over the past 3 months, there's huge numbers coming in. Retail sales up 50%. Manufacturing production 16.5%. Housing starts 39%. Consumer prices 8.4%. Producer prices nearly 10%. Import prices for the year ending in May up 11%.
Well, if that's the case, we're doing so well, then why is it that the Fed yesterday came out and said they had to keep propping up the market? That's right. First of all, the Fed yesterday came out and announced that they think inflation is up a little higher than they thought. They thought it was around 2%, but now it's around 3.4%. A bold-faced lie. You and I both know that's a lie. Go get some sugar. Go get some coffee. 35%. Gasoline, food, meat. Come on. It's a bold-faced lie. So if we had such a hot economy, is Kudlow saying, then why do they keep an accommodative policy? Oh, yes, they said they're going to keep it because they have to keep propping up the economy. That's why they're going to be accommodative. They're going to keep interest rates at zero. Oh, they may raise rates, however, in 2022, maybe sooner. Really? It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Can you imagine the Fed comes out telling us they got to keep rates at zero so to keep propping up the economy? And he says how great everything is. Now, remember, as I told you, you can close, if you close the economy down, people aren't spending at restaurants. They're not spending on clothes. They're not spending on travel, all the stuff he's talking about. So, of course, when all of a sudden they open the economy, then people spend. You're going to have a surge. That's called a surge. And as I always say, if you go back and look from 2008 to today, our economy has only grown 1.6% annually. Annually. And even with Obama and with Trump, they couldn't even get it to 3%. So, of course, you're going to have a surge right now. It's kind of like a person who never, let's say you take a hotel and everybody stops bringing their car for service. No more service. The garages, God, they'd have hardly any business, right? So let's say they did that for a year. Nobody brings their car in for service. Now, all of a sudden, they lift the mandate. The city lifts the mandate. Now you can go get your car serviced. You get this surge, this huge surge. And then you go and you say to the mechanics, how you doing? Oh, my God, our business is up 60%. We never see it. It's booming. Well, I hope the mechanic doesn't go out and buy a pool to put in his house. Hope he doesn't go buy a brand new sports car. Hope he doesn't go buy a fishing boat. My Lord. That's what's going on. It's called a surge. But how can you turn around and say the economy is booming? If it was booming, they would have been raising rates long ago. So after they made the announcement, these experts on fake business news networks, they started to recommend you purchase stocks that do well in inflation. Oh, that's smart. Go buy banks. And go buy material stocks like XLB. Buy bank stocks and material. Are you nuts? This is insane. And what happened today with those bank stocks? They collapsed. If you listen to them, they collapsed. If you're a gang member, listen to me, you made money. You made money because I've been showing my members why you shouldn't be in banks. My God. Now, you would think the market would rally, wouldn't you? And you would think, hey, look, if they're going to raise rates, then the banks are going to make more money. So they would rally. But did not work out that way. The stocks of the banks tanked. See, there's consequences when you keep rates too low for too long. When you keep propping up the banks, to keep propping up the economy, to keep propping up the corporations. That's what we've been doing since 2008 because we never fixed the economy. If we went into a recession in 2008, we would have fixed the economy, but we didn't. After that 2008 crash, remember what I said? The decision was not to let the banks fail because they were afraid that the economy would fail again and the stock market would go down even more. So the decision was, let's prop up the banks. You remember Bush? He wouldn't let the banks fail. They're too big to fail. So he propped the banks up, which then props up the economy. And how do you prop up the economy? With low rates. And then you take those zero rates, the Federal Reserve. Remember, they print all this money, buy the treasuries, get interest rates down, to lower the long-term rates down, the 30-year and 10-year treasury rates down, and then that will move down the short-term rate. It's called QE. So what they would do is print all this money and buy all these treasuries, keep interest rates at zero, and then the Fed would give all the money to the banks, and the banks would turn around and loan it to the CEOs who would use the loans. But what'd they do with that money? They shifted the money that they got from these loans away from business investment to what they call QE. What they do is purchase their own outstanding shares to lower the amount of outstanding shares. So when your earnings come out that are really bad, because you lower the amount of shares, and when you spread those lower shares over those lower earnings over fewer shares, what happens? You get an illusion. The earnings go up. They look like they're going up. It's all fake. And then the stock price moves up. So what they did, instead of taking that money and then taking all that money and put it in business investment, so from business investment, we get more productivity. That causes wages to go up. That causes our standard of living to go up. That causes our economy to grow. All wonderful. They didn't do that. They got all that money, the CEOs, and they decided to do stock buybacks so they could reduce the amount of outstanding shares. So if they had 1 million shares, they would reduce those shares to 500,000 shares so that when their earnings came in, and let's say their earnings were at 2%, and they would have lost $5 a share because they reduced the amount of shares. The stock went up instead of down. The earnings went up instead of down. It's a big game. It's all fake. They've been doing this for 13 years, but now we're coming to that point that they're stuck. They're back is against the wall. We saw that today. When we saw the banks fall apart today and the material stocks fall apart today when they should have been going up. It's unbelievable what they're trying to do. This is crazy. But we have an answer when we get back. Join Phil's gang today. Free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, in the last few days, these banks have been falling apart about the last 9 days. And then today they really got hit. But my members have already been out of those banks and are already shorting the banks. That's right. So yesterday, when they said they were going to raise rates, everybody thought, wow, that's great news. Finally, they're raising rates. And banks make more money. So we're going to buy those banks. That's what everybody was talking about. Instead, the banks fell. They didn't go up. Why? Because when you keep rates at zero, if you keep rates too low for too long, and all they've been doing is taking since 2008 and printing money to give it to the banks, to give to the corporations. Corporate debt is humongous. It's the largest in history. So they've been propping up these corporations. Now that's a problem for the banks. Now you go take a look at the banks. And I showed these to my members. I said, watch the investment banks. They're all going to collapse. Citi, JP Morgan, Bank of America. And they all went down. They all went down in about the last, let's say, week. They went down about 10%. That's huge. They took a big hit. They're supposed to go up. Remember, they told you they're going to go up because interest rates went up. They do well. But the problem with the banks is that these banks are loaded up with corporate debt. All this money they loan to the banks, they loan to corporations, they're lucky they get paid back. And the smart money knows that. So when interest rates went up, that means all those loans these corporations have put them all in danger of default. That's why the big banks are collapsing. So did your money manager, the guy that's handling your 401k, your planner, did he have you out of those banks and shorting them? Did he set you up to make sure they're out of your portfolio, make sure they're out of your 401k, and did he have it set up so you could short these banks? No, of course not. Of course not. See, that's what was going on here. People were stunned today. But the corporate debt is a killer. Now, here's the other problem. The yields. Now, if you've been noticing, if you look at the stock market, there's always a fight between the big tech stocks to lead the market and the banks to lead the market. The banks always led the market until 2013, when the big tech took over. That's when they became popular. So there's always a fight back and forth. But you got to watch the treasuries to know which one to be in. Does anybody do that for you? Well, I do that for my members every day. So the big tech stocks, they're going up because you got the treasuries going down. The treasury yields are going down. Remember, we were at 173 basis points in April. Now we're down to 145 basis points. So when you have those high yields, okay, I mean, when you have those low yields, the lower the yields, the better that the big tech companies do. The worse the banks do. So you got to keep your eye on where are those treasuries. So today we're watching the banks go down because of the fact the yields are too low. They're at 1.5, 150 basis points. So they're going down because they weren't going to make money. Even though the problem is when they raised the rates yesterday, talked about raising the rates yesterday, that put fear in everybody's heart. Because raising rates on corporations, that there's 30% of them in the S&P 500, they're not even going to be able. They don't even have any free cash flow. But at the same time, as the banks were going down, you had to be buying a tech because the big tech stocks were going up. But we're in a very close area right now. This could switch on you immediately. Because right now the treasury yields at 1.5. If that treasury yield gets to 1.6, you're going to see the banks start going back up and the big treasuries, and the big tech going back down. You've got to keep your eye on that. But let's go back to the corporate debt. This is what's going to take this market down, the corporate debt. After 2008, as I told you, the decision was not to fix the economy, not to fix the banks, keep them going, and just to prop them all up with what we call QE, zero interest rates. Keep that zero interest rate. So the Fed will print the money, which killed Main Street because of inflation by doing that, and keep giving all that money to the CEO so he can keep on buying his own shares, reducing his shares. Because the more of the outstanding shares you lower, the lower they go, and your earnings can be terrible, but yet your stock will go up. The more you lower, think what I'm saying, the more you lower the amount of outstanding shares, you can have the worst earnings, the worst profits, but it'll show your stock going up. The trick, keep on lowering those earnings. Keep getting money from the Federal Reserve. Keep getting money from the banks, zero rates. Take that money and keep buying your own shares. Do not put your money into business investment. So they screw Main Street, where if they don't put in a business investment, you don't get a wage. You don't get a wage increase. Your standard of living goes down. But guess what? The stock market goes through the roof, and the CEO and his partners on Wall Street make a fortune. That's what has been going on. This has been going on now for 13 years. 13 years. So, I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, again, Bernanke said, when he started this, he said, well, we're only going to do this is going to be transitorial. We're only going to do this 3 to 6 months to get everybody on their feet after the crash. It is now 156 months later. He said 3 to 6 months. We're at 156 months. Why? Because they got addicted to big tech stocks. More when I get back. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang radio show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang social media, keeping you connected.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. It's free. It's free for 10 days. You get the color-coded chart. And during those 10 days, it's free, you can follow our portfolio of stocks. We tell you every day what to do with that stock. We post it with a video. Every stock, you know exactly what to do during those 10 days. And you're going to understand during those 10 days how to make money when stocks go down. If you don't know how to make money when stock goes down, and all you're doing is depending on trying to find stocks to go up, that's crazy. You're never going to make money. 85% of the people lose money already because they don't know when to get out of the market, number one. You got to be able to sell a stock when it's going down with the same ease as buying a stock when it goes up. But here's the other thing, you got to have someone telling you what to do because you're busy. We start around 4 o'clock in the morning here, and we watch the yields every day, every minute of the day, because it tells us where to be, what group. Again, most of the money, the biggest money, goes to bank stocks and big tech. That's where most of your money goes. So you always got to remember, if you're going to be in big tech, you want to see the yields coming down, the 10-year Treasury yield. You're going to be in the banks, you want to see the 10-year Treasury yield going up. Now, something has occurred. Recently, we started to see the 10-year Treasury yield drop from April, 172 basis points, down to 145 basis points. Well, how could that be when inflation's going straight up? Inflation is crazy. It's going up. If you got inflation going up, you don't have the 10-year Treasury yield coming down because they're manipulating it. Why are they manipulating it? Because the Fed is scared to death that if we reach, the Fed is paying 2.6% or 2.2% interest on its national debt. If it gets to 2.6, 2.7, the market will crash. So they're scared to death of that. So they're printing and printing and printing, and they're going in, they're buying treasuries to keep those rates down, keep pushing those rates down. It's artificial. But you're having a hell of a time doing it because people are selling their treasuries all over the world. And the only people who buy them are the Federal Reserve by printing money. And the more money they print, the more they're screwing people on Main Street because the value of your dollar is going down. So what you got to do is be a stock trader. You got to know, okay, for example, if I'm going to buy today a bank, I better go look at the Treasury. So the Treasury yield is a low of 144. Then she started to climb. And now she's at 1.5. Still not high enough. Bank's still going down. When she reaches 1.6, 160 basis points, think of 160 basis points, you better be then out of your big tech and into your bank stocks. But you don't have to remember any of that. Because if you're one of my members, we do all this for you. We make sure you know this. We make sure you know this. Just like when they print all this money and the dollar goes down, we make sure you're in gold. If the dollar goes up, we make sure you're shorting gold. So you always want to be in the banks, the big tech, in the minerals, commodities like oil and gold. So you always will be in the right position. But listen to this. They keep manipulating these treasury yields. They keep trying to buy them to get them down because they want to help the big tech. They want the big tech stocks to go up. That's the other reason. One, to make sure that the interest on our national debt doesn't increase to create a market crash. The other thing is all the money on Wall Street, the majority of the money on Wall Street is made in big tech. People in Congress have, Pelosi just bought, $12 million worth of Microsoft. All these guys in Congress have gotten rich off of big tech. So they're trying to push those yields down so tech won't stop going down. Can you imagine? That's what they're doing, artificially pushing it down. Now, nobody believed it. Well, listen to this. This morning, Maria Bartiromo talks about it. Finally, somebody talks about it, except me.
So we know that the Fed just told us inflation is higher than we expected. The bond market is responding with a decline of 2.5 basis points on the 10-year.
That's right. How could that be, she says? Well, because they manipulate it down. But that's okay. That's all right. Let them manipulate it down. I'll make sure our gang in the right position. But here's the other thing. The biggest warning we've had in the last 5 years is this market's going to crash. It's going to go down at least 70%. We're going to have the biggest crash ever because we had the biggest debt in corporations. That's been the biggest fear sweeping the markets for the past 5 years, but they won't tell you. The biggest worry is the corporate sector, is the debt. I've been warning and warning about this corporate debt. Others have too. It's being too high, too unsustainable, at a time when interest rates are at record lows. What are you, nuts? If you got interest rates at record lows and corporations have a problem paying their debt, what's going to happen when the rates start to increase? A crash. That's going to take us 70% down. And worries about debt crept into the market today. We saw the big sell-off of the banks. Because who's holding all the debt of those big corporations? The banks. What a wonderful way to make money in selling short the banks. But you don't know how to sell short anything. And we're going to show you how to do that here at Phil's Gang. Tell you exactly what to do. CEOs have been doing the last thing they should have been doing. These corporation CEOs. They've been taking on debt to increase stock buybacks to enrich themselves. They're not taking that money and put it into business investment so that you can produce more, so you can get a raise, your standard of living goes up, and our economy grows. They don't care about the economy. They don't care about you. So they've been doing the worst thing, and the worst debt is debt for stock buybacks. Now, if this was just 1 year, 2 years they did this, or 6 months or 7 months, like they promised, we've been doing it 156 months. Now the biggest problem is you've been doing it too long. You can't save it because now, like those interest rates were so low, given historic debt to corporations, people on Main Street have been going out buying stuff. Debt. When you hear Kudlow talk about all the buying, it's debt. It's not buying, it's debt. Listen.
We're in a boom. It's a consumer spending boom, manufacturing, services, leisure, and hospitality.
Consumer boom. Consumer, it's all I hear. Are you nuts? Where are they getting their money? They're using credit cards. Everything they buy is on credit. That's debt. They can't get a raise. And now when you got prices going up, gasoline and sugar's going up and coffee's going up, raises aren't going up. You're not getting an increase. This is forming the best. Everything's coming together. The stars, the moons, the sun for the biggest crash ever. We're going to be hitting a 10% correction. Not going to be very painful for us because we're going to be short. But for the regular folks, I'm telling you right now, especially if you're in a mutual fund. If you're in a mutual fund, you are really hurting. If you're in a 401k, who's going to tell you what's going on? Do you know what's going on inside that mutual fund? Do you have any idea? Inside the 401k? In the 401k, you have a mutual fund. Do you know when to get out? You have no clue. So what we did is we designed a mutual fund tracker. Just like we did with our color-coded chart to follow the money, we are following now the money in mutual funds. Brand new. Brand new. It tells you when to buy your mutual funds. It warns you. We have a video on it. It's free. You can use it for 30 days. We're doing it to help you folks who are in 401ks because you got hurt with every market crash. You've always got hurt with your 401k. You never get out in time. Now you can. You can take it for 30 days. Just go to my site, philsgang.com, look for the tracker, and you got a video on it, tells you exactly what to do. And the beautiful thing about it, it tells you exactly when your mutual fund's in trouble. When your mutual fund is in trouble, it's inside your 401k. Try it at least so you have some knowledge instead of sitting there being surprised when the market crashes and you give back all your money, which you've done that with every crash. Be right back after this break with more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, again, if you just had a little knowledge or somebody would just tell you what group to be in based on what the 10-year Treasury yield is doing. Like I said, we start here at 4 in the morning. We track that thing so our members always know what group to be in, but more important, when to get out. 85% of you never get out in time. Never. But you can get out in time with any stock, any ETF, with our color-coded chart. If you don't believe it, try it for 10 days. Now, if you're in a 401k and you have those mutual funds, those nasty mutual funds, I mean, those mutual funds are never mind the terrorists, like the Taliban. We have financial terrorists selling these mutual funds. They're horrible. The fees are killers. So you simply, if you want to track your mutual fund, so you at least know what the hell you're doing. Most of you have no idea what's going on with your mutual fund. You take the envelope when it comes in the mail, and you throw it in the drawer until the market crashes, and then you run to your phone, call your broker, and you can't get a hold of them. What should I do? What should I do? All you have to do is just, again, use my tracker. I give it to you 30 days free. It's got a video. Tells you exactly how your kids can do it for you if you don't want to. Tells you exactly what's going on with the mutual fund inside your 401k. So just go to philsgang.com. You go to where it says products. There's a drop down. It'll have mutual fund plan. Click it right there. It gives you the video, everything you need to know. Everything. Now, all I ask, if you make money using it, please remember St. Jude. That's all. All right. I want to get something else in here before we run out of time. So talking about the importance of somebody telling you what to do to help guide you, that's what we do all day long. You know, every day we post our portfolio of stocks and we tell our members exactly what to do. Not only buying them, but selling them short. Caterpillar, give you an example. This is one of our, it's in our portfolio. This is what was posted at 2 o'clock.
Caterpillar, we're going to add to our short position. You can add as much as you want here today. Put your stop at 230.
And he goes on and tells you exactly what to do. But every one of the stocks in our portfolio. Does anybody else do that for you? They do that for you with the stocks inside your 401k, inside the mutual fund? Anybody do that for you? We do it all day long. We post it. Now, give you an example. Well, everybody was on the wrong stocks at the wrong stocks today. They're all starting to buy the banks. We weren't. So Citigroup. So let's take the last average 9 days. Citigroup. They were collapsing. We were shorting. 14%. JP Morgan, about 9%. Bank of America, about 9%. And then Caterpillar, 14%. Now, I'm not suggesting every gang member made 14% and 9%. They had the opportunity to because the chart turned red. It told you, get in. Now, a lot of our members got the whole thing. Some get maybe 5%, some get 7%, somebody gets the whole 9%. It's up to them. They get their instruction, they get their warning, they know exactly it turned. It's up to them. I can't go to their house and take their hand and put it on the mouse and click for them. But the hard work was done. What is the yields doing today? What is it? How's it going to affect my bank stocks, where most of the money goes? How's it going to affect my big tech stocks, my Facebook? Facebook, we're up 27%, while Citigroup was going down 14%. So shorting Citigroup is going down 14%. At the same time, Facebook's going up 27%. We're shorting Bank of America at 9%, going down, while we're buying Oracle, goes up 24% from the minute it turned green. Now look, just understand what is going on. The corporations is going to blow up this whole country because nobody understands what's going on with them. The debt is humongous. The big CEOs are going to start leaving. They're going to cash out. They're going to get their big bonuses when they leave. Their golden parachute just before the companies collapse. Now remember, CEOs have been doing, as I said, the last thing they should have been doing, bringing all the debt on their company to enrich themselves through stock buybacks. That's the worst form of debt. Then they leave with a golden parachute right before the crash. Instead, they should have been focusing on bringing down the debt. They don't care about the debt. Well, they care about the debt. They're going to leave. CEOs are spending all that cheap money, zero-rate money. They should have been spending that money on improving their balance sheet so it would help the company, it would help the shareholders, it would help the workers, it would help Main Street, it would help grow the country. But they don't care, nor does Congress. 33% of the S&P 500 companies' profits do not cover their interest payment. You don't think there's going to be a crash? You really don't. When someone tells you, oh, there's not going to be a crash, yeah, just keep on listening to Kudlow. This is what gets me with Kudlow. This is really funny. He says, the other day, he goes,
there's a lot of things I don't know, honestly. I buy it, and I hold it, and I just pray every night. Deep prayer and meditation.
At least he admitted he doesn't know anything. And he said the way he buys stocks, he just buys them, holds them, prays. At least Varney comes right out straight and tells you he doesn't know anything.
Don't ever take investment advice from me.
There you go. At least they're honest about that. Unbelievable. So CEOs, instead of spending all that cheap money on improving the balance sheet, getting rid of debt, 33% of the S&P companies, think about it, their earnings do not cover their payments. We're in trouble. They spent it on stock buybacks to enrich themselves, their partners on Wall Street, and their biggest shareholders, and that's it. The Fed and Wall Street and the fake business news networks, they've been masking it. all that debt. How? Through monetizing debt. Simply means the Fed prints money and they go and they buy all this debt off the balance sheet of these companies so they can even run up more debt, take more loans to keep pushing up that stock that's fake. That's all right. We buy it, but we know when to get out. 85% of you don't. They keep monetizing the debt instead of reducing it. So they keep pushing the stocks up. Think about what they do. The Fed, they got a deal. The Fed prints money, goes in, takes their debt off the balance sheet. So you have no debt now. Run it back up again. Now they run up another $10 trillion in debt. Then they do it again and again. And the stock keeps going up and up. But you don't know when to get out. We do. Color-coded chart tells you. This is unbelievable. After 13 years of this, they have threatened the stock market bubble is like unbelievable. And the bond market bubble. Do you know that the 10 trillion debt equals more than 48% of our economic GDP growth? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. But here's the other problem. All that money they get free, the consumer debt and household debt has gone up. They're at historic highs. You hear, oh boy, the consumer's out there spending. This is borrowed money is what they're spending. They tell us how they're loaded with money. They got a big bunch of money. What are you, nuts? They don't need money. It's all borrowed or it's given to them by the government. And let me tell you this. The Congress, the CEOs, the guys in Congress, the CEOs, and all these guys on Wall Street, they're addicted to big tech. And they're going to keep running the big tech up as long as they can before the crash. You just got to know when to get out. And you got to keep your eye on the 10-year Treasury. But if you're with me, you don't have to worry about it because we do it all for you. Look, all I'm asking, I'm going to reach out to you, and I'm going to help you through this. This time, you're going to get out of your mutual funds, especially you people with 401ks. I'm going to give you free for 30 days my mutual fund tracker. It's free for 30 days. If you don't think it works, you'll know in 30 days, won't you? So free for 30 days, and it will tell you what your mutual fund is doing. It'll tell you if it's in danger. It'll tell you it's hit a point you should be selling, or it tells you if you hit a point you should be buying. Now, I know your 401k, you don't buy or sell, your manager does. But at least you can see what kind of job he's doing. You can see what he's doing. If you start looking at your individual stocks in your 401k and you have the tracker, you can see if all of a sudden you're not making money, you can see on the tracker, wait a minute, why are we still, what's going on here? I got a sell signal, yet we're still buying? What's going on? Okay, join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. Get the tracker free for 30 days. Please remember St. Jude when you're making money. I'll see you on the charts, and please follow the 10-year Treasury yield along with us at Phil's Gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.